Please ignore my yellow marks. I didn't go back and reprint this after I made highlighter marks. This is the review for Unit 3 test. This is gonna go over some concepts that are old and some new and get you ready for your test. So write the number that in scientific notation. Remember that I have to bring my decimal to right there, and any time that I have a 0 leading, my exponent will be negative. So I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.31 times 10 to the -4th. On Schoology, if I ask you to do these, it is a write, so you're going to take, just like how you colored the triangles, you're going to take and just write it. Next one, write in standard notation. Negative means it's going to start with a 0 point. When I taught this to my 8th graders, it was 1 for the digit and 7 more to get to 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 7. Put your decimal and there. So have to move 8 spaces. 1 for the digit, 7 more zeros with a 0 point in front of it. Write in standard notation. Oh, let's go to 3. Sorry. Oh, I went from 1 to 3 to 4. That's crazy. I'm a math teacher. All right, number 2. No reason there's yellow there. I was doing something else. That's 3 to there, 3 to there. That's 6. 1.15 times 10 to the 6th. It has a positive exponent because it has commas in it. This is a positive exponent, so it should grow up to be commas. I swing 2 to get to the end of the number. I need 1 more, so it's 5, 1, 2, 0. Mr. Lee covered scientific notation when he was with you, and that is still something you need to be able to do correctly. Oh, yay. Messed up, messed up, messed up. Okay, only 1 digit hanging out. Times 10 to the. Don't see anything wrong with him. First digit has to be a 1 through 9. This is the only one correctly. What is the area of the large square? Remember, Pythagorean's theorem states that 1a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I have an area, which means I have units squared. I have units squared. So I am adding 64 plus 49, and I'm getting 113 meters squared. What is the length of the longer leg? First, I'm going to have to find the area of that smaller one. So this is the hypotenuse. So it's a subtract. So I do 85 minus 21. I get 64 meters squared. He is the longer leg because he is larger than that. If I'm in a square and I have to get out of a square, I have to take the square root. So that is 8. Because that's an 8 all the way around that square. But that is 8. So that's your final answer. No reasons for the yellow. I was just circling problems as I thought they were beautiful for another project that I was working on. Nothing for, no significance on this. Find the length of the missing side, round your answer to the nearest tenth, so I need to know what tenth is. That's my leg, I'm needing my hypotenuse. I do 9 squared plus 7 squared. And I have That actually turns out to be the square root of 130, and the square root of 130 is 11.4, and that's my 10th digit, so that would be my answer. So I asked to truncate, they asked for nearest 10th, be able to do either. What is the distance between the points below? Let's make up some points. Let's put this point at 3, 7, 7, and this one at 8, 1. Okay. This is finding distance on a coordinate plane. I do not believe that you have a diagram on there. If there is, same concept. So I'm going to say how far does it go over? And it goes over 5 because from 3 to 8 is 5. It goes down 6. So I have the sides of a right triangle as 6 squared and 5 squared, which is square root is 61, and the square root of 61 is 7.8. And I rounded that to the nearest 10th. Continuing on. Jay, parents purchased a flat screen television. There's my television. The screen measures 50 on the diagonal. The base of the screen is 40. What is the height? Draw a picture if it helps. If you remember your triples, that's a 3, 4, 5, so that is 30. And that's a 3, 4, 5 triple. To go to school, Zach walks 27 yards south. Here's Zach. He goes 27 yards south. To the bank, then 36 yards east. If Zan were able to walk straight to school, how many yards shorter? Oh, this is school. If he was able to go this way, how much shorter? So this is 3 times 9. This is 4 times 9. So this is going to be 5 times 9, which is 45. It is not asking for the hypotenuse. What it's asking for you is to say, if I go from home to bank to school, I go 27 and 36. I go 63 yards. But if I only go to school, I go 45. How many yards shorter indicates that you're going to have to subtract somewhere. So that's 63 minus 45, which is 18. So your final answer should be 18. So the way they get Pythagorean theorem problems to be a little bit more difficult is they add multi-steps. This is again yellow has no significance. Harry and Selma start driving from the same location. Here's Harry and Selma. Harry drives 15 miles north, and Selma drives 20 miles east. How far are they apart? So the shortest distance is here. This is 5 times 3. This is 5 times 4, so this must be 5 times 5, which is 25 miles. If you did not learn your triples, go through 15 squared plus 20 squared, take the square root, and that will still give you 25. A square mosaic is made of small glass squares. if there are 324 squares in the mosaic, how many are along the edge? So basically, they're saying that these are 1 by 1s. So you're in here, and you need to get along the edge, so you're taking the square root of 324, and the square root of 324 is, I don't have that one memorized. Hold on. This is horrible. I don't have it memorized and my calculator is arguing with me. Be much easier if I had my square roots memorized. I knew it was less than 20 because 20 is 400, but I couldn't remember which one it was. James wants to draw a line diagonally across a piece of paper. Got a piece of paper. Diagonally. If the paper measures 9 by 12, what is the length of the straight edge he needs to make the line? This is 3 times 3. This is 4 times 3. This must be 5 times 3, which is 15. Another triple. That's a times sign. Or you could do 9 squared plus 12 squared and take the square root and you'll still get 15. Elena needs to cut a square piece of wood with an area, so that means I'm inside, 13 inches squared. How long? So I got to get to the out on the side, so I take the square root of 13, and the square root of 13 is, and it says it's rounded to the nearest tenth, so that means that's not a perfect square. That's a hint, so that's 3.6, and that's rounded to the nearest tenth, because that's the 10th digit. I'm going to stop the video here and do a second part on the next part because I'm running out of time.